Hello, sir. Myself Udipta Goswami, and I'm here to present my digital assignment 2 as a video. And I'm going to explain Idea 2020. So, my idea statement is uh, to create a light energy that runs solely on heat of the human hand. I'll accomplish this task with the help of Peltier tires and the temperature difference between the palm of the hand and the ambient air. So, for instance, I have taken here a flashlight as an example. So I'll try to generate electricity in the flashlight with the help of Peltier tiles and the temperature difference between palm of our hand. So I have found out with the analysis that it requires 5 degrees temperature difference to work. So knowledge and purpose. Why I have chosen this project? So when I was a child, I was curious that a human can produce so much heat when they exercise or when they play a sport. So I did some analysis and research and found out that when we walk or when we run, our bodies radiate energy at approximately 5.7 milliwatts per centimeter square. And a little LED light requires for only about zero point 0.5 megawatt. So to reduce the power consumption and energy consumption, I have decided to design a flashlight which will be operated by using heat energy and the energy produced by human hand. So the mechanism behind is this one. Okay, first of all, I'll tell you about the Peltier tires. This is a Peltier tile. This is it's made up of PN junction semiconductors. So this is the cold side and this is the hot side. So the idea will be executed with the help of Peltier tiles. Before going into further details, the Peltier tile, what is the Peltier effect? The Peltier effect is a temperature difference created by applying a voltage between two electrodes connected to a sample of semiconductor material. This phenomenon can be useful when it is necessary to transfer heat from one medium to another on a small scale. The Peltier effect is one of the three types of thermoelectric effect, and the other two are Seebeck effect and Thomson effect. In a Peltier effect, in a Peltier effect device, the electrodes are typically made up of a metal with excellent electrical conductivity. The semiconductor material between the electrode creates two junctions between the dissimilar materials, which in turn creates a pair of thermocouple voltage and is applied to the electrodes to force electrical current through the semiconductor. Thermal energy flows in the direction of the charge carriers. So this is it. This is the prototype of what I have made. This is the flashlight, and this is our hand, and this one is the like stretch for the Peltier tiles. Okay. So for this idea, we need a basic flashlight. A general flashlight takes at least about 2.5 volts to operate. But the Peltier tiles, which I have taken here, can only produce a few millivolts of like voltage. So it will not be sufficient enough to light the flashlight. So I have decided to boost the voltage. So direct current cannot be multiplied. But if the DC is changed to AC, the voltage can be stepped up with a transformer. So this can be done with the help of a simple step-up transformer. I did some research and found out that the Peltier tiles can produce voltage in the range of 50 to 73 millivolt. But a simple LED will require at least 120 millivolt to light. So I need roughly about 50 millivolt more to light up the LED. And I have to figure out with what temperature difference. So the temperature difference already figured out is 5. Okay. So this is the basic outlet of the flashlight. So over searching the internet, I came across an article where the energy harvesting and the use of power converter and integrated circuit. The circuit contained FETs that would oscillate at voltage as low as 20 millivolt. When used with the recommended transformer, the IC would provide 2.5 volts. So the problem is solved. So that is enough to light up the flashlight. Okay. So the mechanism wouldn't work in every flashlight. I have to design a specific flashlight for it with proper dimensions and measurements. So I'll have to do that. So the various pros and cons for this idea. The main pro of the idea is that without the use of any external power, it operates only through the energy produced by the human hands. So we are not using any of the external power or any of the external batteries and all. So secondly, energy is also being saved. So in the cons, it is very difficult to execute in a larger scale. Obviously, it will be very tough for us to like distribute it and use it in a larger scale. And it has also a limitation that the flashlight required at least a temperature difference of 5 degree to provide it as a usable light. So let's come up to the conclusion and future enhancement of this project. In conclusion, I can say that the energy which we produce during walking and doing any physical activity, using that we can produce electricity in powering a flashlight using only the heat of the hand without using any batteries, toxic chemicals or kinetic energy. They do not create any noise or vibration and will always work. The flashlight's only limitation is that it need at least a temperature difference of 5 degrees Celsius. So in future, I hope to work on improving efficiencies of the converter, increase the flashlight brightness, and perhaps use this technology for powering wireless medical sensors. My unique circuit and design has infinite possibilities and uses for the future. For example, imagine holding your phone at the same time charging it from the heat of your hand. Or perhaps all the school chairs in the classroom having Peltier tiles, and we could harvest the heat and amplify it into electricity using my method. So I am very excited for the possibilities about my idea has. It means it is but a means of showing what this concept and human heat can energy can do. So so this was my idea for 2020. So people have already like have tried to execute this idea before, but still now till now no one has been successfully done it. Have done it. So this was my idea. I had another idea for 2020. Like I'd like to share that idea to you, sir. So my idea statement is that removing middlemen from the agricultural sector. It's one of the most common ideas, but no one has till now no one has been successfully like executed it. So what my idea was first, I'll talk about the abstract of the idea. Over the years, the system has created several layers of intermediaries, lengthening the supply chain and increasing the opportunity for cartels to form, which in turn drives prices down for farmers. The government and the economists fail to evolve a system fair to the farmers. The middlemen and the intermediaries are so strong, the attempts have failed to yield any good results. The lack of infrastructure for farmers to store their products, to bargain their prices, is one of the sole reasons. As they cannot organize themselves as one force in the second reason, the small holdings is another drawback for farmers to demand the right price is the third reason. So what is the purpose for this idea? Removing the middleman will obviously lower the market value of the products, and it will also lower the burden over the shoulders of the farmers, and they will be able to make a profit out of it, of what they actually produce. So, so different ways to avoid the middleman. Economists say that a cooperative setup may eliminate these middlemen dominated marketplaces. But we have yet to see such setups. In a cooperative model, farmers get at least 70% of the market price of their products, said R.B. Singh, former president of the National Academy of Agricultural Science. So, most of the warehouse are near the cities, increasing post-harvest losses through rotting. The warehouses should be made available near to the farms. Then the products can be stored and search can be made for the better market price. Technology is another tool for the farmers should opt for the to get the better market price. They should be able to get the price at different market rates. They should enroll with different startups. Those can provide common platform for buyers and sellers and removing the multi layers of reducing it to one or two. So with the kind of technologies and communication facilities, still the country could not provide the right kind of solution. Many of these intermediaries provide money in advance to the farmers to cover up cultivation cost and recall their loan in the form of produce after the harvesting. Unless the big retailers decide to take the same approach and provide advances in terms of credits, equipments, and seeds to the farmers, the dominance of middlemen will continue. It is not these subsidies or loan waivers that can solve the farmer woes. It is the right market price in it. The society must ensure the same. There is a Consumer Society of India Consumer Association of India is there, Consumer Guidance of India is there. There are plenty of consumer cooperative societies are there. These societies can come forward to and take the opportunity to buy the product at a reasonable price, and their members at the same time can help the farmers to get a reasonable price. It could be a win-win situation for both. These societies should think about the situations and keep a track of the markets and use for the benefit of the farmers as well as to their members. So what my idea basically is, I have decided to make an application. My idea is to create an interface for the farmers through which they can directly communicate with the buyers and sell their products in bulk in affordable and logical prices. This idea is present and being introduced before also, but still couldn't be implemented on a large scale due to some reasons. One among the many most of the important reason is the education problem. The farmers of India are not educated enough to understand all the features of a smartphone. They are unable to use the smartphone. The lack of knowledge is the most important problem in India, and due to which the middlemen take the advantage of the poor farmers and exploit them. So I have decided to propose this idea for 2020, because till then we can use our various resources to educate the farmers who lives in rural areas and make them educated and knowledgeable enough till 2020. Then we can implement and make an application interface for them to showcase their products and get a decent profit out of it without the involvement of a third party. So the functionality of the application, the basic functionality which I have thought about this application are, like when a farmer registers on the app, it takes the information of his produce along with the location details and stores it on a scalable cloud-based database. For a buyer, it gives a map-based view of available products with the products info sorted by his geographical proximity of the farmer. So it's very easy to contact the farmers as his phone number is available on the app. There are also options to the farmers plan better, such as viewing the current prices of commodities in a trade, demanding for a list of products, weather and seasonal changes, and prices of rare items. So what are the pros and cons of this idea? With this idea, a lot of pros are mentioned above, but the only con is that it will be really tough to educate all the farmers. No matter how much we try, we cannot achieve a 100% success rate here, and that's a fact. Conclusion and future enhancement. The rising cost of food. The rising cost of food that has hurt both Indian pockets and politicians' electoral prospects in the past year is often blamed on a multi-layered system of middlemen involved in the distribution system of produce from farm to fork. So, removing the middleman from the scene is very essential to lead India to a progress. Making an app for the farmers who are ill-educated is a very tedious job. Not because it is complex or such we have to make it simple and sound. Make them understand what it is and how it works. Such innovations can go a long way in leveling the playing field in fragmented, monopolized agriculture markets if dated regulations are scrapped. So that's it. That's my second idea. So I'd like to end this video now. Thank you for giving us the opportunity, sir. Thank you.